Hi everyone, in this video I will be teaching you people about phonetics, consonants, voiced and voiceless sounds, place of articulation and manner of articulation. Now what is phonetics? Phonetics, it is the general study of the characteristics of speech sounds. Phonetics has three types. Three types include articulatory phonetics, acoustic phonetics, and auditory phonetics. In articulatory phonetics, we deal with the study of how sounds are articulated. In acoustic phonetics, we deal with the physical properties such as frequency, intensity, or duration of speech as sound waves. And in auditory phonetics or perceptual phonetics, we deal with the perception of speech sounds through air. It deals with how sounds are heard. However, our main concern in this video will be articulatory phonetics. Now, what are consonants? Consonants are one of class of speech sounds such as p, b, or k, etc., which are characterized by contraction at one or more point in the breath channel. That means the flow of air is obstruct. Obstruction take place in the production of consonants. While producing vowel sounds, we do not obstruct the airflow, but while producing consonant sounds, a little bit constriction takes place. There are some type of consonants where the air is completely stopped and then released, but there are other sounds where the obstruction is little. That means little obstruction take place. And while describing the articulation of consonants, we focus on three features: the voiced and voiceless distinction, and the place of articulation, and the manner of articulation. Now, what are voiced and voiceless sounds? To articulate a consonant sounds, we start with the air pushed out by our lungs up through trachea, also known as windpipe, to the larynx. Inside larynx are our vocal folds or vocal cords, which take two basic positions. First, when the vocal folds are spread apart and the air from the lungs passes between them with no obstruction while producing voiceless sounds. And second, when the vocal folds are drawn together, the air from the lungs repeatedly pushes them apart as it passes through them with a vibration effect producing voiced sounds. Now, the distinction can be felt when you put your fingertip gently on the top of your Adam's apple. You will feel some vibration when you produce voiced sounds such as z or v. These are voiced sounds, and no vibration when you produce voiceless sounds such as s or any other voiceless sound. Place of articulation. As I have already told that while producing consonant sounds, the flow of air is constrict at some point. That point is called the place of articulation. The location inside the mouth at which constriction takes place is called place of articulation. And this constriction takes place inside the mouth at different points, thus producing different types of consonant sounds such as bilabials, labiodentals, interdentals, alveolars, palatals, velars, and glottals. Just have a look at this chart. In this chart, at the left hand side, the types of consonants are given, then whether they are voiceless or voiced, and then the place of articulation. The first is bilabials, which are produced by using both lips, means bilabials, both lips. Where the construction takes place when we bring the lips together, then the flow of air is stopped, and then we just put them apart and the air is let out, thus producing these sounds p, such as in pit. This is voiceless sound, and the voiced b, such as in bit, mit, m, and wit. These are voiced sounds, and these are bilabials. Similarly, then labiodentals, F and V. These are labiodentals by using upper teeth with lower lip, the place of articulation. We produce these sounds by using upper teeth and lower lip. Then dentals, while producing dentals, we use tongue tip behind upper teeth. The symbols are also given. One is theta, such as in thin and bath. Then the west, the, then, and the pronunciation of these symbols, you can Google it or use different applications which are available on Play Store, where the correct pronunciation of these all symbols are given. Now look at how then alveolars. These are produced by tongue tip to alveolar edge. These are our alveolars, such as in top, sit. These are voiceless. Then dog, zoo, nut, lip, and rep, t, z, n, l, r, and r. These are voiced alveolars. And alveolars are followed by palatals. Palatals, sh and ch. These are voiceless palatals. Z, j, and y. These are voiced palatals. These are produced by tongue and palate. Then velars. Velars are produced by raising the back of the tongue to the palate or velum. K, such as in cat and back, it is voiceless velar. And k and ang, such as in gun and bang, these are voiced velars. It is followed by glottals. Glottis is actually the part of larynx consisting of vocal cords and the opening between them. Glottals, it is the h, her sound is the voiceless glottal, and the space of articulation is space between vocal folds. And this is the picture where different places of articulation are given, from glottis and vocal cords, then pharynx, soft palate, hard palate or alveolar edge, upper teeth, lower teeth, and the tongue, nasal cavity and the oral cavity, the back of the tongue, center, front, everything is given. And these different places are responsible for producing different types of consonants. Now, for example, t and s, these both sound are similar in that they are both voiceless alveolars, but they are clearly different sounds. How they are clearly different sounds, this is discussed in manner of articulation. Manner of articulation is the difference in how different consonants are produced or articulated. This will be discussed in manner of articulation. Now in this chart, the manner of articulation is given in detail. First is stops. In what manner are they produced? They are produced by completely stopping the airflow in the oral cavity, and then the air is let go abruptly. For example, p, b, m, t, d. All these sounds are produced by obstructing the airflow, by stopping the airflow completely. So in this is the first type in manner of articulation. The second is fricatives. Fricatives are produced by almost blocking airflow, not completely, almost, and then it is allowed to escape through a narrow gap. For example, f, f, th, theta, th, s, sh. In all these sounds, the airflow is a little bit stopped. And then affricates are produced by a strap closure that is released with a lot of friction. For example, ch and ch. While producing affricates, the much friction takes place. There is much friction while producing these two sounds. Not complete stoppage of airflow, but there is much friction. This is you can say between fricatives and affricates. Fricatives a little bit, then affricates more obstruction place, then stop complete obstruction take place. And then nasals are produced by lowering the velum and the air is allowed to escape through nose. For example, ma, while producing ma sound, the air escapes through nose. And then na or ink, these are nasals. And then liquids. While producing liquids, we raise and curl our tongue and let the airflow escape round the sides of tongue. For example, l, such as in load, light, and r, r sound, such as in road, right. These are liquids. And the last are glides. While producing glides, tongue is raised a little bit, but it does not touch another articulator, and air is let glide over the tongue. For example, v sound and y sound, such as in we and want and yes or you. These are glides. Now we are done with manner of articulation as well. I hope you have understood all these topics. In next video I will be teaching about vowels, and then we will move towards phonology. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.